morning. This is my third video in the series that I've put together to highlight Alcohol Awareness Week here in Northern Ireland. In the first couple of videos, I spoke about the impact of alcohol and substance misuse on the child as that child then grows into an adult, and how this can be wide-ranging from various different ends of the scale. And what can sometimes happen is when we have been impacted by parental substance misuse, as a child we're constantly seeking approval. Or as a child we're always fighting against the fact that we feel we will never be approved of. So again, it's that either side of the scale. Sometimes it can be that we're always striving to achieve things. Sometimes it can be that we're looking for ways to avoid the pain. So we're acting out in school, we are maybe getting involved in fights. And as an adult, that can have a huge impact as well. So if we're always striving to achieve, we tend to be the one that's always got their head down, always in education, or the one who in the workplace that people keep piling work on because we just want to keep doing what we can. And we feel that every single minute we should be doing something. Or it can be that we're the one who decides to numb the pain, or we decide to try and validate ourselves in other ways, and we try to find a way that we belong or things that enable us to avoid that way of feeling. Things that enable us and people who support us to feel a sense of belonging, because it's something that we always seek to have, yet never really exactly know how to get it. We can sometimes try to seek approval from other people, so we kind of lose our identity a bit, and we always just feel that we're there to serve others. We trade off a sense of self for a feeling of fitting in. And there's a big difference between fitting in and actually belonging. And if you're always trying to fit in, then we tend to disassociate ourselves from certain things, and we can be harsh and quite critical of other people. But once we understand that this is what we're doing, and once we understand the impact that parental substance misuse has had on us and how we're carrying that programming through into our childhood, we take control of that. We move out of the isolation from that. We can start to embrace vulnerability. We can start to have control over ourselves. We can start to understand that simply by putting ourselves in a spotlight does not mean that we're putting ourselves up for judgment or that people are looking to see our flaws or to criticise. It simply means that we're making peace with ourselves. We do not need to recreate the sense of abandonment. We do not need to recreate any drama, or we do not need to recreate any situations where we find ourselves trying to avoid that emotional intoxication. That we can start to find that we allow ourselves to just enjoy the moment. We allow ourselves to respond to situations rather than react. And there's a huge difference between a reaction and a response. So to become an adult who is able to respond, it's about making sense of the programming that's been in there for a very long time. I look forward to chatting to you tomorrow. Thank you.